All right. One second. All right. Hi, everybody. To anyone who might watch this later, I wanted to hop onto the channel and just say hi real quick and see if anybody wanted to do live readings together. Since I don't remember the last time I was live. But yeah. Hey, Stara. That's strange. Your username, I thought you were a moderator before, or maybe you weren't. But maybe you made a new account. Let me know. I'm not quite sure what happened. But thank you. I hope you're doing well too. I'm doing okay. Not too bad. I decided that I would just try and put myself out there, even if I only do it for like a few minutes or something, because I was reading a post for Pisces and focuses for the month, and it was like trying not to escape from like needing to face certain things and like fears and whatnot. So yeah, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go live, do some readings, and then yeah, want to try, even if for just a few minutes. Yeah, I think it's good to keep going at this time. I'm in a much better place, but still have to keep going. Hi! Happy New Year. Happy 2023. Sorry, I'm very sleepy. No. What about you, though? Um, Let me think. I heard momentum helps keep sadness away. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure what keeps sadness away. Me and sadness, we're like very close. Wow. No, you're good. Wow. That's really good. Do you mean like, as in like, like drinking a lot of water, eating mainly just fruit, like a type of a cleanse? Or is it like you have like an appointment and they're going to like literally do like, okay, yeah, gotcha. Dang, I hope everything's okay. I've had to have like one of those. Yeah. Better health equals better mindset. Yep, I've been really noticing that all me and sadness old friends. Yeah. I've been really noticing that as that the theme for me this year is really focusing in on that what I am feeling, and like just the way of putting it is just that like my health is just not very good, or not there, I should say, like mental health, emotional health, and that I don't know, like I just have a strong feeling of like that whatever it is, it's very very specific, and I don't think that there's anyone as like a health professional that could help me with my mental health and emotional health. But yeah, and that like I'm not quite sure what I need. I just know certain things that I'm like, yeah, certain things that I'm like that I know that I don't need, or that if I were to consider what I need first is like financial security before trying other like avenues for like mental health and emotional health. Hi Sarithi, happy 2023. Let's do a collective reading. Let's just kind of get the energy going, get the energy flowing. I got earlier this Page of Swords, and I thought that was interesting. And now we have the Seven of Swords. I might just leave those cards out because I think they're important. Okay, so this is applying to like, oh, I should probably tell my friend that I'm live. 1 second. Alrighty. So, yeah, Happy New Year, everyone. So, yeah, this is applying to something that I can relate to earlier. But pretty much the message I'm getting is that I think there are certain ideas that we're all having where we're like, maybe I should consider this. We're doing research, or we are pretty much just, yeah, considering different options or ideas. Whoa. Um, all right. But we're also maybe being called upon to be careful who we share those ideas with. The Seven of Swords, the Page of Swords, these are both very self focused. So some of you might be holding back on communication or holding back on some of your thoughts and ideas and sharing them. So, and some of you might just be, you're just like being selective. You're really focusing and researching on who can I trust, how much information can I share with this person and with that person. And I think honestly that that's just like strategic and um, fair. Like, of course, I value open communication, but also choosing to um, keep certain knowledge safe is not a bad idea. So, like, an example of what I'm trying to say is, like, let's say you have this one idea where you're like, ooh, I want to go down this route. And you seek out advice from someone. You're like, hey, what do you think of this? And they're like, oh, that's terrible. When are you going to wake up and blah, blah, blah. Suddenly, seeking advice backfires and you end up feeling discouraged about your idea. So that's what I mean by deciding on who to share information with and what about. So, yeah. Hi, Steph. So, yeah, that might be going on. Wow. Let's get some more energy for the collective. Five of Swords. The swords just keep coming through. I do want to kind of mention then to everyone that we are currently in another Mercury retrograde. So a lot of reflection is going on right now. I think we're beating ourselves up over the way we've handled things, or that's what we might think, but I think actually that other people are regretting the way that they handled things with you, the individual. Because I think, so there's a person in the shadows back there, like celebrating in the back, and there's this person beating themselves up over the way they communicated. So I think you, the individual, might be doing a lot better than you think. That's what I'm feeling like saying. So let's do like a reading with kind of a bit of a spread. So let's pull a card on where you are going. If what the energy you're in is if it's good or if something needs to change, and if so, or regardless, what do you need to focus on? So I'll try and put those on. So where you are going currently in life. To if your energy is a good place for your highest good, or if something may need to change. Thank you. 3, if so, or regardless, what should you focus on at this time? So, and we'll pull some clarifiers for each. So the first card we get is where you are going currently in life. We've got the Emperor. How does this even happen? So the Emperor is a really positive card for that exact message. So that's good. Apparently, you are planning ahead. You are being strategic. You are taking action towards your goals. That's where things are heading. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know how that happened. I'm just like, are you sure, universe? Okay. I mean, okay. Whoa. The Nine of Wands reverse. You are going to a place where you can open up officially more and just be vulnerable. You are going to be at a place where you are safe to let your guard down. Because to me, this is the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is often about being exhausted and not, and like knowing that you need to face certain challenges, but not having the energy to face them. So it being reversed, to me, I'm getting the message that you will no longer be in that mode. You will officially be able to face certain things that you've been needing to do, and be as you won't be too tired to do it. You'll have the energy for that, to focus on things. Like for me, for the longest time, I just feel like I just do not have the energy to get a lot of my plans in motion, but that might be changing, and that's where things are going for us. So the Two of Cups. And this could also be in regards to love, for those of you who can relate to that message, romantic wise or love wise. And of course, it can apply to both, because I do think we all are just really confused on how we're supposed to make it in this world financially, because the financial system doesn't make real sense. But anyways, we'll just not think too much about that for this exact moment. But it does seem things are working out, and that's what's ahead. So both financially, stability wise, energetically, so your health, mentally, physically, emotionally, that seems to be doing much better. And the Two of Cups, perhaps romantically, for those of you wondering about that as well. So card number 2. If your energy is at a good place for your highest good, or if something may need to change. So we've got the Chariot. So to me, that is a mixture of both, but it's definitely leaning towards the first part, saying that your energy is at a good place for your highest good. Yeah. So let's see. Any other message about it? Pluto, finality, distance, separation. I think some things that may need to change is some of you just might need more separation or more distance from just energy that doesn't serve you. But like, that's always a process. Can I ask a friendship reading, or is it just general right now? Our friendship ended weird and I just need some clarity. Yeah, I think I want to finish this collective reading, and then yeah, I'd like to do uh, kind of a person. I would like to do personal readings for uh, everyone here, pretty much. So yeah, I'll definitely get to that reading. Yeah. And yeah, I'm also getting just with this card that like you are at a good place for your highest well-being, because I do feel that energy where you might not feel the most sure of the way you handle things with your words, thoughts, and feelings, but you're definitely putting an energy out there that you deserve respect. And I think I think putting the energy out there that we deserve respect is more important than appearing to be the kindest person in the world. Like, a lot of people think that you need to be super nice if you want to be considered like authentic. But you can be nice and also like confident and full of like power and feeling like you deserve respect, and putting that energy out there and still be authentic, you know? So this just has something to do with a little bit of something on my mind, but pretty much, yeah, I think, yeah. I just think that was a message we need to hear for some reason. That we get in our heads thinking, oh no, what if that thing we said wasn't the nicest thing? It's because we're trying to say that if we're going to interact with people, we're going to need honesty, we're going to need mutual respect. And this respect means putting it out there, being like, I respect you, and I'm trusting that hopefully you will respect me. Uh, and so here are my thoughts, type of a thing. Yeah. And so I think that's definitely really, really good. All right. Card number 3. If so, or regardless, what should you focus on at this time? The Hierophant. Yeah. Kind of owning your power, stepping into your power, staying on your path and not being swayed by other people's paths. Interesting. Clarified by the 3 of Pentacles. Focus on teamwork. Focus on growing. Whatever you need for your growth, for your development right now is what I'm getting with that card. The Comet. And yeah. For some of you, that's to start small. Stay home more often. Rest more often. This is a more receptive time for you, actually. So take care of your energy. But I always like to see this card as like, if you feel like something in life just keeps preventing you from moving forward, that might actually be fate intervening, so that you are at the right place at the right time. Yeah, me too. I wasn't planning on like doing anything in particular, but I guess it's just nice, like, yeah. I honestly think sometimes the best things in life can come easy. There's like sayings that like, oh, you have to work really hard for the best things in life. It's like, that sounds weird. Like, just think about that. Does that really sound right? I just spent like 30 to 40 minutes watching videos of like cats, hedgehogs, pigs, owls, and birds, and just how cute they all are and how peaceful everything is. And that life for those particular beings from the videos, is they're just being taken care of. And there's nothing in me being like, how come that cat doesn't have to pay rent? Or how come they don't have to get a job? Like, why are people even like that? I don't understand. Like, the envy and jealousy of seeing other people not doing the sufferable things that you have to be doing, and then being upset and wondering why that they don't have to do those things. I don't know. It just never made sense to me. And you wouldn't believe, though I think all of you would, but you wouldn't believe how many people do that when you're like, hey, yeah, I'm just trying to take care of my health. And they're like, well, how come you get to try to rest, but I have to like go to this thing? And it's like, But why? Like, ask yourself, why do that? So yeah, I think all of you here can relate to that Nat Geo webcam with animals, and they just live. Yeah, and there's like food bowls, and then the animals just show up, and like there's the cat and there's the hedgehog, and the hedgehog's name is Itchy, and it's just so cute. But anyways, clink. Let's see. I also wanted to pull a few more cards on that Hierophant, the Knight of Wands and the Four of Swords. And this is like, yeah, energetically to not expend too much of your energy on these people going backwards, and just kind of like don't let them sway you or push you to go that way. Just keep going your direction. And yeah. And then like you can, maybe if you have thoughts to share as you pass by and being like, hey, that's wrong. Anyways, good luck, bye. And like keep going. I think that might be a productive way to look at certain situations. It's definitely a good way for me to look at one situation. Yeah. There was like a random internet troll that I somehow ended up interacting with because I didn't realize that was the case. It was just like about a manga I was reading, and I was like, oh, I don't know what to tell you, but this one thing that you said wasn't in that last chapter, was in that last chapter. It's on this panel. Anyways, that's all. Like, don't know what you're all arguing about, but just wanted to let you know it is there. And then they like came at me and they were like, no, it's not there. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Anyways, so this is applying to that situation. Hello. So yeah, that's something to focus on, that like when there's stuff that you feel like you really want to uh, address, maybe put some of your thoughts, but energetically keep moving in the direction that you are moving in and grow at your own pace. So that's what I've got for a collective reading. Yeah, ugh, indeed. That's okay. I said some things to that person later, but yeah. So I think for this particular stream, I'm going to be focusing on um, readings as I go. So I just did a collective reading, and then the next reading I had planned was a reading with LA, who asked, can I ask a friendship reading? A friendship ended weird, and I just need some clarity. So I'm going to do a reading on that at this time. And yeah, I plan on doing a reading for LA, Stara, and Steffeth. I'm pretty much just kind of going in order, but also with how I see fit. Did I say Steffeth? I don't remember. Just let me know. Um, if you like, let me know if you want to go by Steffeth. from this point on, or if it's like Steph or Stephith is fine. Um, okay. All right. Sounds good then. But yeah, LA, hopefully you're still here. It's funny how I brought up like this energy about just kind of like respect and yeah. So yeah, I'm not sure if LA might come back. Oh, you sent me PayPal? Okay. Thanks. Thank you. This is very appreciated. Uh, yay. All right. Thank you for the donation. I think I'm going to prioritize donation readings for old time's sake. Yeah, I'll take it. Yay. Okay, Steph, let's do a reading then. Let me know a particular question. And I'll just pull some cards for LA in the case that they come back to this at some point later on. So just a card about clarity regarding a friendship that ended. Five of Pentacles. I mean, the Five of Pentacles is the separation card, but in this deck it says resources, craftsmanship, labor. So I'm getting like a cliche, like I guess you and this friend are just going in separate directions in life at this time. And the Ace of Wands, have some new ideas on what to pursue. Yeah, I feel like maybe this has to do with like going to a new school or a job offer that has them that's requiring that they move, or they're chasing a dream. So they might not be moving per se, but they're chasing a dream, and they need to focus on that because they want to be able to get to their either dream job or dream school or dream home environment, or travel to somewhere they've always wanted to go. They have some sort of goal and they really want to reach that goal. And so that might have something to do with the friendship ending. Yeah. That it ended weird. Why did it end weird though? Ace of Swords. Yeah, I guess like just for whatever reason, the opportunities that just happened all of a sudden really just shook things up, either for you or this person or both. And the Ten of Cups. I think there was a lot of like emotional commitment between you and this friend. You were like besties. And so it's just like it feels maybe like a betrayal of sorts. Like, how can they just suddenly so quickly decide that something is over when they were acting this whole time like they were never going to do that? Devil's energy, I think they just might not have understood themselves all that well at the time that they met you. And the Saturn card, transition, responsibility, adjustment. I think deep down they do take responsibility in the sense that they understand that this did not play out right, pretty much. But also it's that this transition is just happening and that they need to do that. So I'm not sure what that means for the future of the friendship, but it does look like it's important that this person goes down the path they're going down. And I think because it's been important that you go down whatever path you're going down, and that they happen to be different paths, that might just be why the connection ended so abruptly and in like a weird place. It says transition and adjustment responsibility. So I think it's like you had been noticing throughout time, over the weeks, the months, or the years, that there was some stuff going on that was like leading the friendship towards different directions. And at first it was fine, and you were both maybe trying to make it work. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what I get. But I don't know your situation, LA. So hopefully, if you end up hearing that, let me know if that resonates. I do think that friend of yours just has a lot of soul searching to do. Ooh, oh, you're here. I'm glad that resonates. Are we going to reconnect? That's what I was wondering. Neptune, the King of Cups, the bigger picture of it all, and the Judgment card, prioritization, analysis, and practicality. I think, honestly, if you focus in on your intuition, on the bigger picture of things, pretty much as long as you focus on yourself and whatever's been brought to your awareness of how you're feeling, that will play a big role. So I think it's going to be a matter of how you end up feeling throughout this time, and if you feel like reconnecting later on. I feel like if you can recover, and honestly, this will sound weird, but in my honest opinion, this doesn't mean that this is correct, but my honest opinion about the possibility of a friendship working out later after it's ended would be not to talk it out with that person. Because I think if they were someone that you could have talked it out with, they would have been talking it out with you right now. But they didn't handle it very well in terms of keeping a friendship together. They might have handled it the best they could in terms of that they need to pretty much abandon ship and like save themselves type of a thing. She's an escapist. Yeah. So best bet is pretty much just give space and try and like take the time uh to grieve in a way, which could take a while, forever. It's endless, really, to always be confused about why friendships go the way they do and how people can be so close at one point in a life and then all of a sudden not later on. This is just my opinion and advice on it all. I think that might be good because, for one, I've tried to really make it work and reconnect with past connections, and they usually end up just pushing you away further. And that usually upsets me more and then makes me not want to ever try to do it again later. So if there is a spark of hope in you about that connection, and that it's the betrayals weren't deep enough to make you not want to reconnect ever, I would hold on to that and then just kind of let this time of like we're friends go, let the friendship end, so to speak, and go on your way. And if after time passes and you want to reconnect still, you could try, and you'll see whether or not the person, where they've ended up. Past me she wanted my attention but would walk past me at the gym. Weirdest thing ever. The weird thing is she got a friend that looked just like me and then got a job literally like next to my house after we stopped being friends. I can relate to some of that. I had a best friend and we ended up separating once he went into college. I went to a different school and I would go there to go visit him. And then he ended up starting to do like work at that school, and like chose like a partner for this one work, pretty much. And the person that he chose happened to be some guy that like he didn't look necessarily just like me, but I could tell he was like my replacement. Yeah, I was like, what? I mean, I didn't register at that time, but once my best friend at the time stopped wanting to be friends with me and stopped wanting to be best friends and just friends at all, it became clear. I was like, wow, you suck. Um, and I tried making it work later on, and they tried meeting up with me sometimes, but they just could never recover or make amends with me after what they did. And they could just tell that they like really wrecked my mental health and just my trust. So emotionally, a doppelganger. It's like they still subconsciously want to be your friend, but they're too prideful to come back and change. Yeah, friendship breakups do feel like a dagger. Depends on the friendship. There's some ones that, like, for me, if the friendship, I don't know. Yeah, they do just feel like a dagger, don't they? Just times spent with, like, strong connections ending. Yeah, it just really depends on the way it goes. But yeah, a lot of the time it's pretty much that. So yeah, that's what I get for the question, will you reconnect? And just kind of like pull a clarifying final message. The strength card. Yeah, I do think it'll just depend on each of your resolve and where you both end up after giving like things time on your separate journeys. That's my opinion. And then, yeah, like I said, the same thing spot on. Oh, thank you. Wow. All right. We're going to do Steph's reading. So, would it be financially successful / worth it overall? Okay, let's see. Let me look at that question more. Guidance on what we were talking about earlier. Would it be financially successful / worth it overall? Get the Queen of Swords, powerful ally, loyalty, and honor. What is that about? The Two of Pentacles. Here, let me show you. I'm getting maybe, but to me, this is giving me the vibe that this is more like, something else, pretty much. Five of Wands, intentions, strategy, and conflict. I think there might be something missing to your idea. I think it's more of like you need an actual like business partner. That's my guess. I'm not sure though. Page of Cups. Message of peace, hope, and optimism. But regarding the idea itself, I think it would lead to something good anyways. I think it might be an important time for you in that somehow or another, every step you take leads you to some sort of powerful ally, since that's what the key word on here says. Someone who's actually loyal, who respects you, who can teach you things and can learn from you. You can learn from each other and you can grow together type of a thing. So I think it's important for that. I think it's important to do what you want to do. But I'm getting like, is it this exact idea that you have in mind though? There's some conflict there. So there's conflict with like if you were to actually try and do it, how much would you be able to stick with it and how much is it going to feel truly in alignment with you? That's kind of what I get from that card. But I think it's a time of exploration. Yeah, for sure. The 3 of Cups. And I think, yeah, I do think it's it plays some sort of role. I don't know if it'll be like a long-term financial thing or if it's going to be more of like more to do with community and connecting. So I think you have an idea in mind with it. And I think if you can act on it in a way where you connect with others out there about your identity, about who you are, pretty much, and appreciating each other for who you are, embracing everyone's individuality, everyone's sexuality, identity, things like that. Like a safe space for everyone to just be themselves, you know, being the unicorn that they are, being unique. The 9 of Wands. And it's just like, I feel like the 9 of Wands now it's upright. It's like, how much do you feel like putting yourself out there? So I feel like maybe more of it is happening. Like the collective reading was talking about that we're going to be feeling more ready to face things that we were too drained to face before. So perhaps perhaps right now, you might not have the energy to put yourself out there in that way that you're thinking of, but that's the direction that you're heading. And so I think starting small and that like maybe in the beginning stages you'll have like conflicting uh energy about this, like a part of you that wants to do it and part of you that stops you and makes you not want to do it. I think if you can find some middle ground where both of those parts of you can agree and be like, I'd be willing to try that and start small. In that case, I think you could start there. And I do think this is more to do with exploring yourself, your identity, who you are, than it has to do with money. So that's what I get. And then the 2 of Cups, yeah. Just a lot of like cups. There was some pentacles. Like there's definitely some like potential there in the material world of things, of some sort of physical or financial support. But this is mostly focusing in on emotional support, actually. That's kind of what I'm getting the most here. The 6 of Cups. Yeah. Hi, Maria. Happy New Year. Have a good 2023 as well. Wow. Thank you. Maybe that's why I'm feeling a bit more energy today. Thanks. Yeah, I'll try to be online more. I'm trying. This is me putting myself out there. Yeah. Let's pull one last card for your reading, Steph. The Hanged Man. Faith, guidance, outside force. Okay, this one too. Seven of Swords. Yeah, I think regarding this question of yours, there's just going to be a lot of pause and a lot of thinking about it at this time. The Nine of Swords. I do think, like, let's see, the Wheel of Fortune. I think these thoughts and these ideas are important for you to have, but the anxieties, the fears, fear of judgment, stuff like that is more so getting in the way and might end up being too much to rock the boat for you to steer course, steer the ship in the direction that you're talking about. So I think where you're at right now is there's already kind of a lot of fortune flowing, and I think like small ways you can try incorporating this idea, and as you get to know it better and see who you end up choosing to go about your idea, I think it'll be good. So it's not like completely of it being about money, but ask yourself if you would pursue it if there were no money involved. If the other things like emotional support or the potential of connecting with others, if those other possibilities, and if none of that happens, but just for yourself, if it just sounds like something you just want to do as an experience. So it seems like those kinds of questions, and find smaller ways to try it first, basically. Thank you. You too, Maria. Keep it up. I know last year was pretty intense. Pretty intense. Yeah. And Stara, let me know if you want to do a reading. And Maria, if you would like a reading as well. Yeah. A person who I felt hurt by wants to make amends or fix the situation. Thank you, son. Let's see. And yeah, my energy, I was tired earlier, like starting a few hours ago. But yeah, I'm definitely getting more sleepy. So, and physically, like, it's tiring to even shuffle right now. But so I think we're gonna call it a night pretty much after these next readings. So, wondering if a person who I felt hurt by wants to make amends. Do they want to fix the situation? Outbursts, explosions, surprise. I think they do want to make amends. Do they want to be the one to fix the situation? Ten of Wands. No. They're like it looks like they just are just trying to let it go in terms of trying to fix things. So their effort level is like meh, but their desire level seems like high. That's what I've got there. So let's clarify both. Yeah. And then, yeah, I'd love to do a reading for you as well, Maria. So I'll do your reading as well. Okay, so clarifying your message, Stara, on if they want to make amends. Ace of Wands, yeah, like a new beginning. Queen of Swords. They want to prove to be a reliable person. And yeah. And the Pulsar card. But they want to do it at a point where maybe they want to be well connected, but that they like their own space and they like their own independent life. And that might be challenging for that connection. But that's what I'm getting there. And then in terms of like if how they feel about being the one to fix things, 6 of Cups with the 2 of Pentacles and the Comet card, I feel like they want to meet you halfway with the efforts, with the energy. They don't want to be the one to fix everything. They don't want to feel like they have to put all the efforts in. And I feel like they think about reaching out, but that they just feel like in their own right that they need to stand by with whatever they're doing. Will it help or will they just take advantage of it? Six of Pentacles. To me, this signals that they're trying to be fair. So, are they like malicious ever, or is that just how it ends up feeling? So, like an example is there's a connection that I used to make efforts towards. And when I did, all they would do after was abuse me pretty much. That would be how I felt about when I make an effort to work on things with someone, that they just take advantage of it. An example of someone where it helps is that I'll make an effort and they'll actually hear me out and be authentic, like, and wish me well and things like that. So I guess it depends on like what is the personality of this person. Are they a malicious person typically, or are they typically pretty open and honest with who they are as a person? Are they just kind of like a genuine person, you know? I think that makes a big difference with readings and with uh, connections in general. And it gets really confusing when you meet people who feel very, very authentic, but that by the way they handle everything in the end, you can't help but feel that they have like some issues. I don't know. It's okay that we all have, like, everyone has issues to work on. But yeah, I think you get what I'm trying to say. Was so sure authentic, but the broken trust makes the malicious vibe creep up. Yeah, I completely get that. You're welcome. So let's just pull like one last card or do one last spread for some advice. The Five of Cups. The Tower. The Ace of Swords. Let this situation bring you clarity instead of confusion. Let this help you decide if this is someone that you want to continue with or not. I think if this has only happened for the first time, or you're still just not sure, but you're very much invested right now and you still want to make that effort, then you can. Ask yourself, like, based off of the connection itself, would you be okay with just stopping right now? And I feel like if you just feel discontent with just not putting any effort in ever again with the connection, then you're probably going to get pushed to make an effort again and to work on things and to see what happens next. But I would say, like, I don't know. I don't know if this is a good quote, but like, forgive but never forget. Like, but I don't know about the word forgive per se, but more accurately, like, make note, decide on what you're willing to do. And if you feel like putting more effort again, and then just keep in mind the possibilities, and maybe you can find an understanding or come to understand how or why the trust was broken. If you already understand how and why, and it just still feels wrong, then I think for the sake of the friendship still at that point, if you want the connection to work afterwards, they would need to acknowledge that these things are wrong and that there's no reversing it, and that you are letting it be known that you don't know if you can ever trust them the same way ever again. And things like that. Where I'm drawing some of that from is that I've had relationship issues, and there were a lot of betrayals that happened in my relationship where I was like, I don't see how I'm ever going to be able to look at you the way that I did before. But over time, here we are, somehow somewhat recovered through certain things, definitely still wounded about everything that happened, but at least I still have the connection, and at least I'm at a point where I trust a little bit more again. I'm back to having a little bit more trust, but how quickly and easily that trust can sway and stuff is very intense. So, yeah, that's where I'm getting that from. Lack of sleep and lack of vitamins. Better take plenty of sleep and take your vitamins to make you okay. Okay, my sibling has some vitamins. I'm gonna ask them for some. That's probably a good idea, Maria. Thank you. And yeah, I've been officially getting a bit more sleep now lately, and I need so much more sleep. Like, I actually need way more sleep. Yeah. Hopefully time heals. Wait, hold on. So true. We've known each other for so many years. I'm having a hard time keeping the effort, but I feel like I'm going to keep trying for now. Hopefully time heals. Thank you for sharing your experience. Yeah. And yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards. I feel like this person might be worth the effort. Yeah. Apparently, due to the history, I wasn't sure how long you may have known each other for and connected for. The Ace of Wands. Yeah. I feel like there's potential there. And I do think you've gained a lot of clarity and insight on how connections with others go, based off of this friendship that you've had for so many years now, or that this connection that you've had for so many years. Yeah, maybe take that time to care for your energy and put the efforts in when you can, at times where you feel like wanting and willing. And then just, yeah, keep focusing on your well-being. I will be doing that as well. And so, yeah, to finish the readings, we're going to do Maria's reading. The question on, is my crush, let me just look at it. Will I get a reply / text from my crush? Knight of Cups. To me, I feel like you will. I actually feel like you probably will. The Knight of Swords. There's that fear. Let me see. The Page of Swords. Try not to worry too much about what might happen. Will I get a reply / text from my crush? I do think you will, but I also think like that the energy of how you will might not be completely connected to the crush that you just have right now, but just that overall to like if this is a crush and you only have gotten to know each other a little bit or maybe not even at all, that like you can pretty much keep your options open, so to speak. You can meet people or talk to connections. You can connect with others, and just kind of keep the open space of like, all right, like I like this person, and like there might be fear of how it might turn out, or fear of if the feelings aren't reciprocated. But I feel it's important that you make this effort and put yourself out there because you're so sweet. So that's what I'm getting. But let's try and tune into this particular crush. The Eight of Swords. I feel like you might get stuck on waiting for their replies often if you've communicated with this person over time now. The Page of Wands. And I think it's because it's important to you. Like, let me pull one more card. Six of Pentacles. I feel like you feel guided towards reaching out to this person, but you get stuck during the waiting period between the messages. Let me know if that resonates. Text it in this new year. The Strength card. Yeah. I think you'll get a reply later. I think. I don't know. Supernova. Ace of Cups. I feel like this is going to be a good year for you in terms of love. And then there's also the Queen of Cups. So I'm getting to trust your heart and how you feel about this connection. Those are very powerful connections. I'm actually, now that you mention it, I'm actually currently going through feeling very deeply connected to a particular connection, a person, this individual that I feel like how you're mentioning, like a twin soul. I even sent an email about 2.5 weeks ago, and I have not heard from that person, but I feel like it was still well received. I feel like probably it makes a difference, even if we don't see in the physical world if anything's going on. Yeah. I think fate is guiding us in the right direction, and that, like, we never know when we might reconnect with others or reconnect with this person. So I think it's a long journey ahead in terms of that type of connection. But while I have bittersweet feelings about my connection, like the twin soul type of a thing, I do feel glad still that I met that person. And I still feel like we're bound to meet somehow. I feel like if I looked at my life like it was a TV show or a book, uh, a manga, an anime, like a series, and I was like seeing that I'm the main character, and I saw that character, I'd be like, yeah, they're bound to meet again. And like all the fans reading or watching are all kind of waiting for it to happen, and or are they're at least all curious what is gonna happen. How are things going to turn out with that particular connection? They can see the same types of similarities and connection that the main character might be seeing as well. So that's how I feel about it. I feel like you're very likely bound to reconnect at some point, or that at least things are meant to make sense later on. So, yeah, I just feel hopeful that you might actually hear back from your crush from this person. So, I hope you get a reply. Let me know if you do. Thank you, Srithi. Hmm. I'm rooting for the two of you. And yeah, you'll have to let me know how things go, and if you end up hearing back from your person. We deserve for love to work out. So, mhm. Okay. I want to keep going, but I think I need to stop. My body feels pretty good. I'm just very like, okay. Yeah. Thank you, Surithi. Yeah, I will try and get some rest. My partner is laying down, so I'll probably go do that too. I'll drink some water first. I might actually ask my sibling if we have any vitamins. I'll follow up on that. I think that's a good idea. Everyone, you take care of yourselves as well. And yeah, I'm sorry we didn't get to do a reading, Srithi. I didn't know that you were still here. But yes, we deserve rest. You're welcome, Maria. All right, it was a pleasure doing readings for everyone. And I will try to be back to do more readings soon. Yeah. I'm just thinking about last time I went live, there's a dear friend of mine who donated. I didn't know it was my friend. I forgot their username was that one. And yeah, so thinking about that person, and yeah, I feel bad that I guess they must have missed this live due to the timing of things, but yeah. All right, next time. Yes. All right. You too, Stara. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and doing readings with me. This makes me feel kind of good. Um, yeah, I'll keep trying. So, all right. Talk soon, everyone. Bye.